What's up, my beautifuls? I am on a streak today, and so I wanted to talk about the Diddy documentary. I know many of you have watched it, including myself. I was like catching up, like after doing my 12D Merkaba Quantum Ascension workshop, which was phenomenal. Oh my gosh, guys, it was just so amazing. But I'll get into that in another video. So I'm catching up on some spiritual things because my my higher self was like, I need you to talk about this, I need you to talk about that, I need you to talk about this, look at this, look at that. So I was catching up. So I did watch the Diddy documentary. A lot of the things in that documentary, I was just like, been known about this for so long. Especially when you tell people and they look at you like, especially those that have worked in the industry, like, but I'm very happy 50 Cent has stepped forward. And even though he wasn't the creative director, which was awesome, he was the executive producer, that it allowed all that information to come forward. So the part that I want to talk about, this is from a spiritual point of view, disclaimer, spiritual point of view. I don't know these people, and this is all alleged. I'm a seer, and I'm seeing from that veil. Okay, all right, here we go. All right, so there's a part in the documentary where Mr. Puff Daddy at the time of Money on Your Mouth Vernon, where he put on an event at a university, okay? And we all know, okay? So he puts this event, which I have to agree with his partner at the time, that homeboy was inviting everybody and their mama without even checking anything, okay? But I want you to work with me here because I'm going to bring something in. Travis Scott. No one's bringing up Travis Scott with this. And there's very, very much similarities to the T. Putting on an event, he puts on an event. I'm looking at a look here. This event went left, 9 people died. Left, I think about 8 or 9 people died in that one too. I want you just to work with me here, spiritual eyes with me, okay? So, Diddy's event, he said something of, yo, after that event happened, I just became super famous. After that event happened, he became super famous. What does that tell you? Right? Alleged. That was a sacrifice. 9 bodies to sacrifice. And you know me, spiritual numerology 9, completion. That completion also set off an activation. So then we go into 3s, and when we can look at the main 3, right? We're going to cycle back into that. So 9, activate, completion, activation, and then he went into a targeted 3 from male energy. And then we can get into the female energy, which was approximately the ones that came out. I would say just like 6, okay? So we're looking at 3, 6, 9 here. And so the coincidence is sacrificial, right? And then he got famous. If you look at the video, how he walked away with not a care in the world, no emotion, no attachment, no anything, no taking of any responsibility, no feelings. His eyes were set, okay? As I said, I'm a reader, I'm a seer. Eyes set. eyes set a certain way, looks down a little bit, but comes back up. There's a knowing of what he's doing. He understood what he was doing, okay? So you put on that, you make it into something great, something fun. You're giving back. You're doing all this, but the trap is it's a trajectory to the siphoning energy and lifting yourself to the next level. And he wanted it bad, like super bad, super bad, super bad. So, Travis Scott, very similar situation, an amazing event, right? This was going to be his trajectory in a certain way, but parts of it didn't go that, it backfired in some ways, right? And you can tell he tried because everybody's telling him how he needs to look with this reaction, right? Which is taking points from Mr. Sean Combs. But Travis doesn't have that. There's a more human aspect to Travis than what Mr. Sean Combs has. And so the reaction, he's trying because everyone's in his ears behind the scenes, and he can't fake it. It affected him. There was a part where he was affected. You can see that. And unlike Diddy was like, oh, we're on to it now. Yep, let's make it. We're set to go. Here's the money. Let's create Bad Boy. Let's get all this done. Like, we're in now. You see that. That's the difference. Same, but the trajectory, how it happened, one had a little bit more conscience. That he himself couldn't even hold that type of frequency to do that. Diddy, on the other hand, man, he held that frequency in like he was a pro, like he was prepped for it, right? No emotion, like soulless. That's why I know he's a warlock. That's why I know there's things that haven't come out, but you can see it. There is esoteric, occult influence from the beginning that he was on. So the three main, now we come out, right? Let's circle. Because Travis didn't do this. Travis went right back to the studio, went back into, I want to do things different and creating music, his which he has the talent and the skill, which Diddy doesn't have. So now, instead of looking at that like a great trajectory, okay, I got it, okay, I'm moving, I'm doing it, or whatever, he got jealous. So then he started with the 3, right? It wasn't enough. Like the 9 was not enough, right? So let's look at the main characters, right? We have Tupac, which I miss Tupac. We have Biggie, and we have Shine, right? We have Shine. Man, props to you, dude. But we're looking at the 3. These 3 in that period of time of what was going on, right? It had to be a certain way of ruining. I know there's one more person, but I can't remember, but I'm looking at the main 3. Let me know in the comments below. If you want a part 2 to this, let me know. But I want you to look at it for that event, 9. The event of Diddy and the event of Travis Scott, very, very similar. All right, guys.